bit of a delay. The race has already started, I guess. Well, the dude is leading in front of Polty, followed by Guardrail Lover, who's in a 1.5 second penalty. Now burning it, and I think it's still qualifying. Or it takes a while till my Gran Turismo has sorted itself. Yeah, disqualifying. So now, I'm sorry, I'm sorted. Oh, we have Pasty here in an interesting livery. BMW M6 art car, currently a second ahead on the soft tires of Turbo Boy, followed by Baggy and Nissan GTR. The dude who can become champion tonight if he outscores Pasty with 25 points or more. 9-ball who impressed last week, also brand new livery. Current P5. Kicks on P6 in the Jaguar. This track could fix the Jaguar quite well. It's the high top speed part. All the guys in brand new liveries. Oscar switched from Ferrari to Red Bull. Kind of an interesting switch. Polty stayed on his design while Oscar jumped on P3, the dude on P2. Here's Telemon, currently P10, followed by Jimbo. Seats in the McLaren on P13, Bomber. Again, so far not the best pace in qualifying, but I think it looks like this is, yes. While I'm saying that, he's purple. I think it was his first flying lap. But Pacey immediately counters and jumps back on P1. And this is also important. Pole position is rewarded with 1 point. And if Pasty is gaining the point, this is a point the dude cannot score. Let's see if he can improve on this long city track. Pasty backed out in the pits. Is improving. It currently doesn't look like a big enough improvement to jump Pasty or Bomber. Pasty is about a second ahead of him. It is an improvement, but he stays on P3. Oscar on an outlap. Turbo Boy improved to P4, half a sec quicker than his provisional PB. Guardrail Lover only on P8 in the Jaguar. A little bit of a surprise, usually one of the best qualifiers. And the Jag is a high-speed car. And he's still battling for P2. The battle for P2 is quite interesting in Tier 4. We have Oscar, we have Guardrail Lover, we have Pasty. We have another new guy, I think, yes. Young Lucknuts. Never saw him in here. And the BSZ. The second time that we have two BSZs in the split this season, I think. We had it once on round 1. And so far, great performance. Seats on P6 at the moment. And B currently almost a second quicker than his provisional best, but he's 4 seconds down, so this might be good enough for P13, I think. Or P14. Casey is still in the pits, but he was definitely quicker. Still sitting on the fastest lap here. Yes, it is an improvement. Jimbo. And 9-ball. And the second Hyundai. So the Hyundai doesn't seem to work perfect here. Oh, but now 2 seconds quicker than his former fastest lap. If he can bring this to the finish line, this could be... there he touched the barrier. No damage on the car, but definitely time loss. Could have been good enough for the top 3 maybe. Let's see, it's good enough for P9. Lost about 7/10 here. So now the time is up. Guardrail Lover on the way to finish his last lap. Is improving, but he has to find a bit more time in the last sector to jump Oscar Langnatz. Currently he's on P9. Here's an improvement, jumped to P8, jumped Oscar. So front row is the both championship contenders, Pasty and the Dude. Followed by Bomber and Baggy. Yeah, Bomber is currently not improving. Let's see if Baggy in the 213 Nissan GTR. Currently the quickest GTR on track. So we have Pasty and the Dude in the front row, and Bomber and Baggy, P3 and 4, Seedsa and Poldy, 5 and 6, Langnuts on his debut next to Guardrail Lover, Turbo Boy together with Oscar, 9-ball, Loose Telemann, Kicks, B and Jimbo on P15. Yeah, the Dude immediately jumps Pasty. The BMW has not the best of starts. Everything seemed quite nice. No one really lost time. Pasty against the Dude. Oh, little lag here. The Dude under pressure from Bomber. Hasty got back the lead, but the dude had the better exit. This is not the cleanest of racing here. A lot of contact here between the dude and Pasty. The dude dropped back to P3. Seats gained a position at the start. Is on P4 and setting pressure on the dude now. Bomber missed the corner. Great dodge here by Seitze, and it's now diving for the inside line. The dude covering it. Seitze almost lost the rear here. Lost a lot of momentum on the acceleration. Brings Bomber and Nineball, who definitely is one of the winners of the start. Also Jimbo from P15 to P8. Let's see who are the losers. It's Guardrail Lover Oscar, Young Lungnuts from P7 to P13, Kicks and Baggy. I think Baggy was starting at P4. There must have been something really bad happened to him. Another side-by-side maneuver here. Dude tried it on the inside pace, he went for the battle line. It's really, really difficult to overtake here. You need the best of slipstream, because there's just a few really, really hard braking points here. The dude a bit shaky here on the rear, would give Seitze a better exit. Everyone is hunting for the slipstream of the guy ahead. But even this top speed section is interrupted by a little chicane. The chicane is flat out. The dude now inside line. Should be ahead of Pasty. Pasty with the better acceleration. So the top four from Pasty to Nineball building a gap. Then it's Bomber, who was in contact with them, but since he tapped the wall, I think he picked up a bit of damage. He lost the slipstream. This can be deadly here. He's followed by Polty, Turbo Boy and Jimbo. Loose Telemon on a good P9 at the moment. Young Lungnuts on P10. Yeah, the BSE is not the best at top speed. B in the Hyundai P11, Kicks P12, Baggy P13, and Oscar and Guardrail Lover drop down to P14 and 15. Both are still competing for Guardrail Lover with damage on the car. Both are competing against Pasty for P2, and now Seitze made the overtake against Bomber. Not against Bomber, against the dude. It seems that the Merc is not working super perfect here on Tokyo. And Seitze has the next target. Looking for the inside line here. But it's really, really hard to beat Pasty on the brakes. And again, he defended his P1, but the dude is now back in range. And also Bomber gains a bit time against Nineball. After lap 3, Pacey is leading. But there's literally no gap between him, Seetzer, the dude, and 9 Ball. This is super close racing what we got here. We have Bomber, who's somewhere in between. I think he's slightly quicker than 9 Ball, but also slightly quicker than Polty. So he's slowly gaining. And Turbo Boy followed by Jimbo. Maybe we see a move now from Young Lungnuts. Yes. Takes position 9 against Loose Telemon. Baggy on P13. Then it's Oscar and Guardrail Lover, who are currently not able to get back in contact with the grid. Pacey still in the lead. But Seetzer is not giving up. 9 Ball now overtook the dude. Bomber just 1.5 seconds behind. So I think if the race ends like that, the dude has to wait at least 1 more week to become champion. Now he's attacking 9 Ball. Was a bit stuck behind Seetzer. Everyone is going for the slipstream. Now 9 Ball sticking the nose to the inside line. Also the dude. Was a little bit of contact. And 9 Ball is now on P2, the dude on P3, and Seetzer lost 2 positions. And Bomber is in contact. This all helps Pacey, who's now 2.5 seconds clear to the fighting group. Nine Ball lost a lot of speed here after this maneuver from the dude, and also 3 positions. But I think the dude was already ahead. Then you have to back out in this situation, in my opinion, because this superfast chicane, it is flat out. You can't make it side by side, and if you're on the outside line and even behind the other car, it's pretty likely that you're the guy in the wall. Let's have a look on the tires. Bomber, like usual, really good on the rubber. And the rest is pretty fine as well from the top 5. 9 Ball might be the first one to get in trouble, because Polty's tires looks way better. Also Young Lungnuts, pretty well on tires. Jimbo on P9, Loose Telemon on the Mercedes. Oscar and Guardrail Lover. I think if those guys were a bit smarter and worked together instead of switching their positions over and over again, they might get in contact, and this group is at least to the top 10 really close. Both of them definitely have the pace. So Pasty meanwhile 3 seconds clear. Seetzer. Immense pressure here from the Dude and from Bomber. The Dude makes the move on the inside line, but Seetzer stays in front. And Bomber now with the slipstream. There was contact from Bomber on the inside line. The Dude lost the position. And 9-ball with Polty in his toe. Sorry. 9-ball with Polty in his toe are back in the business for the podium. Seetzer benefited from this move, is now 1.5 seconds clear. Has his main opponents now out of slipstream range. We're 12 minutes in the race. I think we're gonna have 2 more laps. Pasty's tires should be good enough. I think 9-ball is the only one who might get trouble with the tires. And now Polty made the move out of the slipstream. I think from now on, 9-ball has to check a bit more his mirrors than looking in front. When I'm saying that, he tries to attack Polty, but as it comes to the corners, you see Polty can build a gap. And the Dude closed the gap to Seetzer. Seetzer with a 57.4. And the Dude has the inside line. Now side by side, Bomber in the toe. Through the tunnel. And now Seetzer and Bomber on the inside line. And Seetzer stays ahead of the Dude. And yes, now it's Turbo Boy against 9-ball. Really feeling the trouble of the tires now. While Pasty on his victory run. Is it his first victory in the season? Let me quickly check. No, he won the first round, the sprint. So timer is up, we are on the final lap. And Pasty is about to finish and doing a huge step to defend at least his second position in the championship. Seetzer now dropped on P4. Don't know what happened there, but as he lost before, I think he struggled a bit on tires. P2 for the Dude, Bomber P3, Seetzer P4, Polty on P5, Turbo Boy finishes on P6 ahead of 9-ball. Jimbo on P8, kicks will finish tight before B. P9 and 10, Young Lungnuts misses the top 10 in front of Baggy. Guardrail Lovers made it at least to P13. Overtook Loose Telemon on the final laps, and Oscar stayed on P15. So if it was more the fighting in the back than his actual pace on track, I think Oscar could have now an advantage, as he's definitely one of the quickest drivers. Discord starts to cook. A lot of guys typing. I think at this kind of tracks it is quite usual that there is contact between cars. Haven't seen anything super dirty. One or two unnecessary moments, I would say. While Pacey sorting the grid, I will quickly refill my bottle to be ready for the feature race. And we are back. Pasty is now sorting the grid. And we have Oscar on pole. And yeah, if my math is right, I think Pasty already ruined the crowning ceremony of the dude tonight. Because on my calculations, there's no scenario at the moment for the dude to get 25 points more than Pasty. And Pasty made the huge step into the direction of the vice champion. His gap before the sprint race to Oscar was 8 points. To Guardrail Lover it was only 4 points, and both of them finished 13 and 15. So Bomber, who was only 7 points behind Guardrail Lover, should now jump the podium of the championship with P3. Fontano, who's not here unfortunately tonight, is now definitely out of the competition for the season podium. Polte should jump him in the standings. So let's check the tires. We have Sietze on the softs, we have Pasty on mediums, Baggy on mediums, Jimbo on softs, Bomber on mediums, Turbo Boy on mediums, 9-Ball also, B on the softs, the rest of the grid is on mediums. So Sietze, if he goes for the soft tires, he needs to make his way through the grid really quick. Because if you start from that far behind with P11, 12 or 11 I guess, yeah, you might be stuck behind really much of the medium driven cars and the drivers who were slightly slower in the race before. But the McLaren is good in the straights. Maybe this is his way to go. We saw the tires were fine for 15 minutes. I think on his car maybe 1 lap more. I think 15 laps was definitely the maximum for the tires. We saw he lost a bit at the end of the race. And when it comes to the Constructors' Championships, yeah, it is pretty likely that AMG will win it, carried by the Dude. But there's not too many manufacturers who are in the competition with 2 cars. I think Pasty did most of the season alone. Cerroti disappeared after round 3. I think his connection problem were kind of the reason why he's not competing anymore. We have the Dude who in the AMG has the lobby crashed. That's not so perfect. But yeah, then I can tell you the Dude, out of the 173 points, he scored 170 for the Mercedes team. 3 points were scored by Lewis Telemon, who joined in the last round. Then we have Subaru. It should be the BRZ squad, I guess. With Jamie and Pulte, I think this could work. 21, 77, 98. Yes, this is... No, it isn't the BRZ squad. Is this Bomber? Yeah, it's definitely Bomber. And who is the second WRX? The kid who also disappeared after round 3. And then, yeah, no new WRX. the Jaguar squad with kicks and Guardrail Lover. I think the only team out of the top 5 who were there most of the time. Or then maybe the 218 Nissan GTRs with Oscar. Also the second GTR was only there in round 1 and round 3. On P6 McLaren with Abmo, who disappeared. Let's check if the lobby is back. There it is. Or was it just me who was thrown out of the lobby? At least I can join. Hopefully no black screen. Okay, the cars are still standing in the pits, so we haven't missed anything. Just would be nice if the loading sign would disappear. Let's see, I hope it will. Come on, Gran Turismo. Don't do all these buggy shit. Let's join again. I don't have a clue what's Gran Turismo's problem with me. And I only have these issues in ALR, technically. But yeah, it doesn't really matter if we now get it fixed. It is all fine. So if we now give me track pictures, it would be absolutely awesome. And the race is about to start. Host ends the game. I cannot see the lobby. Let's see what happened. Yeah, lobby collapsed again. Lobby is up again. Lobby is back, people are joining back. Everything takes a little bit longer than expected. I think it's only B and 9 ball we're waiting for to enter their cars. Now it will be really interesting if drivers stay focused after this unexpected long break. Now Pacey is the only one on mediums, on softs. And I think it is the McLaren we lost, who's not in the lobby yet. Yes, can't see Sietze. I think currently not everyone is sure what will be the procedure now. The dude is super short on time. His train leaves in about an hour. It's a 40-minute race. So let's hope that the lobby doesn't crash. We have Oscar on pole, Luz Telemon on P2, Guardrail Love on P3, Baggy P4, Young Langnuts P5, 6-4B, Kicks on P7, Jimbo P8, 9 Ball, Turbo Boy, Polty P11, Bomber P12, The Dude, followed by Pasty. And the Dude, Oscar is leading the pack on a rolling start. The GTR is not the best on top speed, and Luz Telemann is immediately catching up. Also Guardrail Lover in the Jaguar. But Oscar can stay in front. But now Luz Telemann in the AMG, passing him. Oscar inside line, against Lewis Telemon. Lewis Telemon went super wide, lost the position against Guardrail Lover. The dude already on P11. Pasty still on P14. Oscar and Guardrail Lover immediately can build a gap. This is what I expected. This battle between them in the first race cost them so much time, because the pace is definitely there. Let's see if they can handle it a bit better here in the feature race. 9-ball is already on P3. Past Lewis Telemon in the hairpin. The dude on P7. And also Pasty on P10. So the dominators of race 1 are on a pretty good pace at the moment, but Pasty is still the only one on the soft tires. And he needs to get ahead a bit quicker to really take advantage of his soft tires. Turbo Boy late on the brakes, pushes the dude a bit wide, who already also pushed Lewis Telemon a bit wide, who's now under pressure from Polity. Looked like Turbo Boy was a little bit too late on the brakes, tried to avoid to run into the dude's rear, and did a little dive on the inside. Pasty dropped back to P12. With already 9 seconds to the leaders. Another contact here between Pasty and Lungnuts. Jimbo ran into the back. Young Lungnuts in the wall, too wide, and ran into the pit wall. Oscar still leading ahead of Guardrail Lover. 9-ball can keep in touch with them. Just a bit more than a second behind. In his tow, the group of Baggy, B and the dude. The dude now trying to overtake B. B was a little squeezed there into the barrier. Seen what happened to Turbo Boy, but he dropped back to P8. Maybe he has given B the position back as he squeezed him in the wall. Baggy with a half-second penalty that can bring the dude in touch with him. Then it's 1.5 seconds to 9-ball, who's less than a second now behind Guardrail Lover and Oscar. Oscar was really late here on the brakes. The dude went a little too wide here, touched the barrier. hunting for the fastest lap. I think Turbo Boy picked up damage somewhere. It looks like the lobby is still not the best. We see a lot of lags here at the cars. Bomber on P12. Jimbo P13 and Yevlan Nuts after his attack on the pit wall. And 9ball took the lead. Oscar went for the dive, switch back here from 9ball. And the dude is already in slipstream range. And also Baggy is on his rear. This is definitely the rear you want to stay in contact with. And here to do it between Oscar and Guardrail Lover. And the dude is there. The dude has the inside line of Guardrail Lover. Little tap on the rear pushed him a bit wide. And that gave him the advantage to pass Guardrail Lover. And 9ball, currently the quickest guy on track next to Pasty. The dude now in slipstream range. Can he make the pass against Oscar? Pulled out of the maneuver. But he's looking for the next attempt. Becky meanwhile overtook Guardrail Lover, and Guardrail Lover pushed his rear. Becky went sideways through the hairpin, lost the position. And all this fighting here in the grid is helping 9ball. Already 2 seconds ahead. Tries it on the inside line, of course the outside line, the wider angle, you have the better momentum, but the AMG has the better top speed. And Pasty is getting closer and closer, still already on P6, already on Baggy's rear. And Baggy's rear is not that far away from Oscar and Guardrail Lover, who are his main opponents for P2 in the championship. Guardrail Lover now ahead of the dude. The dude countering on the inside line. Now a bit wide on the exit. Better momentum here for Guardrail Lover. 4-car slipstream train. Baggy fully missed the braking point here. Very, very lucky that he didn't hit another car. Pasty benefited by gaining 2 positions out of this maneuver. Overtook Guardrail Lover and Baggy. And now he's side by side with the dude. Baggy took the position back. Seconds now, the gap from 9-ball to Oscar. A bit better tire for Oscar. We saw that 9-ball was really struggling at the end of the sprint race with the tires, but he looks a bit better on the mediums. Pasty has the inside line against Baggy. Made the move and is now on P4. The outside line against the dude. But the dude covering the entire track. And Polty catched up, so P2 to P7 are really close together now. Is looking really, really great on the tires. Same for Guardrail Lover. It seems that Oscar is holding the pack a bit up. The dude seems to be a bit quicker. First pit stop quite soon. As there's not too much rubber left on the front left here on the BMW. And it seems that he cannot catch up the pace from Oscar and the dude at the moment. Ball. Ah, there must have been a mistake. Lost 1.5 seconds on the previous lap. And so the gap is now less than 3 seconds. Young Langnertz trying to find his way back to Keek's rear. Jimbo on P12. There it is, BMW, Pasty in the pits. Let's see if he's going for another stint on the softs. No mediums now, after 15 minutes. Fully refueled the car. So maybe we're gonna see one stop here. most viable strat if you're kind of nice to your tires. And it seems that 9-ball keeps losing time to Oscar. Well, Oscar touched the barrier here, and now the dude is on his rear. Another tap on the wall. Gonna see how long these dudes will stay out on the medium tires. So Passy with a 9-second gap to kicks. The clean air can definitely help him with this massive undercuts, being the only one on the soft tires from the start. And if we can now nail it lap by lap by lap. This kind of worked, as we see. 9-ball already losing pace. Another tap on the wall here. Oscar still in the 56, now 57. The dude against Baggy here. Guardrail lover trying to stay in contact. Turbo Boy P8, Loose Telemon P9. Young Langnuts found his way back to P11. I think we lost another car. Only 13 drivers left. And the dude finally found his way on P2. Now chased by Oscar and Baggy. Baggy has now the inside line. And also Oscar tries to make it through it. Nice double overtake here from the both Nissan GTRs. Baggy's performing absolutely brilliant here. Polty in the barrier. Turbo Boy now catched up to Bomber. And 9-ball is consistently losing time. His tires are much more worn than the others, and now the dude again. AMG top speed. Gives him the advantage over Oscar, who's now trying it round the outside. And there is Baggy in the wall. Front aero, front suspension damage. Drop back from P2 to P6. Damage will disappear soon, but on the long straights he have big disadvantage now to Bomber and Turbo Boy. You see Bomber is catching up really quick. Damage is now gone. And the first medium driver is now in the pits with guardrail lever, followed by Polti. Now the dude is showing his pace. With now having a 1.5 second gap to Oscar, who starts to struggle now on his tires as well. I think we're now gonna see nearly everyone in the pits, as they're pretty much running out of fuel. Oscar on the fuel-saving Nissan GTR stays out. I think he has to, as he's not the best on tires. But let's see if and it absolutely worked. Pasty now on P2, 3 seconds ahead of 9 Ball. Did a little shorter refuel compared to the dude, but now Pasty on the medium tires against everyone else on the softs. I don't believe that Oscar will stay in front. Oscar, after the pit stop, will sort himself somewhere in direction guardrail lever Polti. Everyone pitted for the softs, of course. I think everyone is going for the one stop. Oscar in the pits. This should bring Pasty in the lead. But 9 Ball is not gaining too much, even on the soft tires. Oscar now back on track, behind the dude. Good in lap. So lost too much time to the guys on the soft tires. But now the soft runners will start the hunt. And the race is with 14 minutes, way too long usually to defend a gap of 2.5 seconds against 3 quick drivers on soft tires. But what we seeing pretty usual during the season, that the fights for P2, P3, P4 are so intense that the car in the lead can just disappear. The dude against 9 ball. Slightly tap on the rear here. And the Genesis losing the position against the AMG. And they are almost in slip frame range. The dude also wanna take P1. And the fastest lap. You see this massive advantage in the corners. Super easy overtake, and also 9 ball. Now ahead of the BMW. And you cannot counter this on the medium tire. So now Oscar is the next one who's looking for the BMW of Pasty. The guardrail lover currently isn't able to stay in contact with the leading group. He, Polty and Turbo Boy are currently fighting for P5 to P7. Bomber with Baggy fighting for P9, who dropped massively. Unfortunately, really good pace over the entire race so far. One incident killed his entire race, and we have always something to fight here. It's B and Luz Telemon. Well, yeah, we were a bit late, as the lobby for the feature collapsed twice. It looked a bit laggy at around minute 10, but now it seems pretty good, and we have pretty good action. And Oscar made the move. Personal fastest lap for him. The dude meanwhile with a 54.6 fastest lap of the race. Now, the only target for Pasty has to be stay on P4 or hope for a mistake from the guys ahead. Because their soft tires will definitely last long enough to not get an advantage on the mediums at some point. Nine ball still in contact with the dude, but his tire wear is absolutely awful. I think he will get trouble at the end of the race. And Baggy passed Bomber, but Bomber is now trying it round the outside. Baggy late on the brakes, covering the inside line. And there you see the strengths of the Nissan in the corners compared to the Subaru. But on the straight line the Subaru can counter, and this is the mistake. Slightly tap on the wall here, and Bomber immediately passes. Guardrail lover in the middle of nowhere. And Pulte already gained a second on Pasty, whose medium tires are also not looking really well at the moment. The Dude and 9-Ball still fighting, and Oscar is now getting back into this group. Action here, late on the brakes for 9-Ball. Absolutely missed the apex. The Dude was a bit distracted, and Oscar take advantage and is now leading the race. Nine-Ball stays in contact. Oh, there's no gap for the Dude. Bit wild S section here from the Canadian, and there is big hit from 9-Ball against the Canadian. Also damage on the Dude's car. And definitely not the nicest way to not even wait. Especially after the hairpin situation where he fully outbraked himself. Was just lucky that he didn't hit him or Oscar. Damage is now gone for for the Dude, but he has Passy in his back now, who's bringing Pulte in the competition. Canadian will definitely do everything to get at least this P2 back in the last 5 minutes of the race. Pasty soft tire, Pulte soft tires looking absolutely brilliant. You see he's still doing personal bests, really consistent lap times. And in the technical part, Pasty has nothing to counter. There's B who left the room. I think it is a disconnect. So no reason to quit 4 minutes before the end of the race. Pasty stays ahead, but the Dude has now this Genesis wing on his Focus. Slightly better tires for the Canadian. Oscar 2 seconds clear. Little tap here on the wall from 9 ball. This costs you so much momentum that the dude is gaining almost half a second just on this straight. Covering the inside line. The dude looking for the better corner exit. But no chance. 9 ball is making this Genesis as wide as possible. So there's 2.5 minutes more. I think 2 more laps for the dude and 9 ball. The dude has a slipstream. And now with the better corner exit, he's going for the move and is back ahead of 9 ball. Let's see what happens in the hairpin. Again, really close call here from 9 ball as he released the brake. Almost ran into the dude's rear. And of course, Oscar's tires are 1 lap younger, but I'm impressed how Oscar improved during the season. Even last week, his tires looks much better than most of the season. And now he's definitely having the best rubber. Of course, he isn't involved into any fights for a few laps now. But still great improvement on tire management. Pulte, Pasty in the wall. The winner of the sprint race has to go in the pits now. I think he underfueled. Yes, he underfueled. Big mess here for the BMW. Brings Pulte up in P4 and Turbo Boy into the top 5, who's now chasing Pulte, but his tires are almost gone. Oscar meanwhile 3 seconds clear, 9 ball again ahead of the dude. We haven't seen with the Pasty incident what happened here between the dude and 9 ball. And this is the final lap. There's 90 seconds left for these guys. Oh, and the dude is struggling with the tires. Double hit at the barrier here. This should bring 9 ball, I have to say, provisional P2 at the moment, as I'm pretty sure the stewards will have an eye on the situation between him and the dude. 3 laps to go. Young Lugnutz finished P10. Pasty after the incident on his final lap P11, P12 for kicks. And this is how you bring back action into the race for P2 in the championship. Oscar on his way to the victory. after the absolutely messed up sprint race. He's now getting maximum points for P1 and might be able to jump Pacey in the standings. Congratulations, Oscar. 9-ball currently P2, the dude P3. Let's see, Polti just 3-second gap between him and 9-ball. So 9-ball on the penalty might even lose the podium. Turbo Boy on P5, 6 for Bomber, Guardrail Lover on P7. Not the best week for him. Lose Telemon, good P8 for the Swede. Baggy can save himself on P9, and the rest we saw. Really interesting race. There's a lot of action here. And the championship decision is not made today. I think we're gonna see it next week. But at least Pacey still has a chance. So wish you a nice rest of the evening. We see each other same time, same day next week here at ALR.